for October 8th. Beautiful, beautiful morning. One long, one short. Very first trade that we took according to our trade plans that we release at 9 a.m. East. All of the trades that you see that I take, this is all based off of trade plans that we release at 9 a.m. And this is beautiful. I did zoom in a little bit on these trades because they only lasted about 15-20 minutes. So initial short pop into the level, execute, pay myself on that first wash. And then the secondary pop up here is where I really kind of loaded in and ended up working the trade all the way down into some pre-market support area, as well as some moving averages. It was trading within this level, so which was a trend level and moving averages. It was locked in a real tight channel, and I discussed this quite a bit in great detail live on screen share. So as it was holding, starting to recognize that this thing is most likely going to push, and ended up taking one final short on it on the pop up, and then paid myself back into support, and then worked Qs because Qs was long. So locking in $3,645 here on SPY. Now let's go over to Qs. So Qs was really nice. Now one sec here. Oops. There we go. So on Qs, worked along very similar. It comes down and it holds moving averages. So the same way that we shorted SPY because it popped into the trend, I'm now looking for it to fall back into support, which is moving averages. That's why I went long. And on this here, it came up into my my target, and that's it. I always trade just targets. And that's why I missed out a bunch on this. Like, this thing actually had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of percent on potential with Qs, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. I trade to targets. And I did mention in chat, one sec, I want to go back over to SPY, for it to blast through, pull back, and you can capture the remount to go long, which it did. And it carried on into that next level and then some. So what a lot of traders fail to do is they're always looking for that big score, that big trade. And what they should be doing is being an incremental trader. It's not about scalping. It's not about a day trader or a swing trader or anything like that. It's about being an incremental trader. You're trading in increments into from support into target. Let it blast through that target, pull back into that target as support, and then you can initiate that trade. That's for a long, and then vice versa on the short. Hopefully you're following that. If not, you probably need to come get educated. But that's how I do things. And I locked in a whopping $5,590 on this trade on Qs, trading long into target, multiple trades on that first pullback into support. Started in twice, paid myself back into morning highs. As it pulled back down into support, same thing. Paid myself, and then I said to lay off on the ads for right now because it's getting into the point where it's either going to break down or come up. And I know that sounds kind of silly saying it out loud, but that's the fact of the matter. So I rarely will add on something like that unless we're down at lows on a long, and then just held a few for that follow through into target. And that was it, folks. Potential for about, I don't know, it looks to be about 400%, 500% potential gain on this, which is ridiculous. Pretty impressive day, and then some. So it went a lot higher too. So probably if I were to scroll out here, oops, I can't get it because this thing's in the way. One sec. Let's just take a look. One sec, guys. Okay. So the potential on this was, yeah, about 600%. So pretty incredible opportunities. And this is why we trade options the way that we do. We do not trade them in the traditional sense. So don't get spooked out when I say options, guys. I don't even look at options charts. I trade solely off of these stock charts. So if you want to learn how to come trade professionally and consistently and learn how to do this proper, come to tricktrades.com, and we will catch you on the next one, guys. Adios.